Welcome to Mindful Moments, brought to you by the Center for Trauma-Informed Innovation. I'm Roxanne Pendleton. I will be leading our practice today. My colleague, Andrea Dalton, will be moderating our session. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box, and we ask that you keep yourself muted to help minimize distractions. Today's practice is called surrender. And we begin the practice with learning something called a mudra. And a mudra is simply a hand pose. And these poses, these ways we hold our hands, help us direct our attention. One very familiar hand pose, one very familiar mudra that you may know without knowing is the prayer mudra. Today's mudra is the mudra for surrender. And the way you do it is, I want you to begin by putting your hands up like this. Maybe if you were going to make like a longhorn sign, but you actually want your middle and ring finger touching your thumb. So you bring your hands up like this. And then you simply bring your fingers together so that your index fingers and pinky fingers are touching. And then you flip this upside down. So this is how surrender mudra looks. Okay, so up like this, index and pinky fingers touch, and then you flip it upside down. And then what you do is you just sit that in your lap. So you rest your hands in the front of your belly, and your wrists are sitting on your thighs. This mudra, surrender mudra, can be used as a point of focus anytime you do a meditation or mindfulness practice that includes surrender. So today, I'm going to invite us to engage in a practice where we surrender to the reality of change. So I invite you to get comfortable in your seat. Hands in the surrender mudra, if that's comfortable for you. If not, you can just rest your palms on your thighs. Push your feet into the ground for a moment to make sure you're connecting. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes, or if you would like your eyes to remain open, just let your gaze kind of drift softly down and don't focus on anything in particular. I do want to let you know that this practice can lower your blood pressure. So if you already have low blood pressure, be cautious and aware. I've never struggled with low blood pressure. So that's something I just want to make sure you know about. All right, as we begin, take a breath in. Release it. One more in. Release. And now as you continue to breathe deeply, I invite you to think about something that's changing or something that has changed. Something with which you've been struggling, but you can't stop the changes. Certain things naturally deteriorate. Organized systems tend toward disorder. We age, relationships change, and even the planet is undergoing changes. As you think about something that is changing or has changed, I invite you to say something to yourself like, things change, and I cannot stop change. I accept the reality of change. Even as things change, I will do what I can to help them go well. I surrender my need to control, to know, to do. I will just be. Try to relax, soften, try to widen your view to see the whole picture, recognizing that countless other people are dealing with the same kinds of changes that you are. Notice how your fingers and hands feel in the surrender mudra. Allow yourself to consider how things that may seem to be changing for the worse might perhaps also in some ways change things for the better. Not to ignore the worsenings, but to see as well new opportunities. Now, as you breathe, see if you can be aware of and increasingly comfortable with the fleeting passing of each moment. As you take a breath, let sensations and thoughts pass away over the course of the inhaling and the exhaling. Notice the beginning. Notice the ending. Each breath a receiving, each breath a letting go. Bring to mind any particular obstacle that you perceive to be in your way right at this moment. Notice it fully and completely. And now picture yourself releasing it. Drop it into a deep pool of water in your mind's eye. Breathe into that image and feel the power of surrender. As the obstacle drops deeper and deeper, notice that that pool of water is now clear and flows freely. Picture yourself now clear and open. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your hands. Open and close them a few times. Shake them out. And now release this practice. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this surrender practice will serve as a tool to support your well-being during this time and beyond. These mindful moments are recorded and remain available to you in the virtual room of refuge, along with a variety of other resources. Andrea has just posted the link to the virtual room of refuge in the chat box. Take good care.